Have you ever stopped to think about how weird our obsession with gold actually is? We spend billions of dollars digging this stuff out of the ground in one part of the world, only to melt it into bricks, transport it across the ocean, and lock it deep underground in highly guarded bank vaults. Think about it logically for a second. You can't eat it. It doesn't generate electricity. And for most of human history, it was way too soft to even make a decent sword. Yet, people have killed for it, massive empires have collapsed over it, and even today, global economies are anchored by it. So, what's the secret? Why is this specific shiny rock the undisputed king of wealth? Stick with me, because the answer involves ancient chemistry, human psychology, and a weird quirk of the universe that makes gold quite literally indestructible. By the end of this video, you are going to see money in a completely different way. To understand the why, we have to jump back in time. Long before stock markets, credit cards, or crypto, humans were trying to figure out how to trade. Imagine you're an ancient farmer. You have cows, but you need to buy wheat. Trading a cow for a sack of wheat is incredibly annoying. Cows are heavy, they need food, and eventually they die. We needed a currency. We needed something easy to carry, something that wouldn't rot, rust, or randomly disappear. Ancient civilizations all over the world, from the Egyptians to the Incas, looked at the materials around them. By trial and error, they basically went through the periodic table of elements. They crossed off liquids and gases. They crossed off metals that exploded in water, like sodium. They crossed off metals that rusted away to dust, like iron. What were they left with? Just a few noble metals. But silver tarnishes over time, and platinum requires fires way too hot for ancient humans to melt. But gold? Gold was the ultimate Goldilocks element. It was soft enough to melt over a standard fire. It was incredibly easy to stamp into coins. And most importantly, it was immortal. If you drop an iron sword in the ocean, it rusts into nothing. If you drop a gold coin in the ocean and pull it out 1,000 years later, it comes out looking exactly the same. It never ages. To ancient humans, that felt like actual magic. But that's just ancient history. Why do we still care today? The first massive reason is forced scarcity. You can't just print gold the way governments print paper money. You can't grow it in a lab. Gold is literally created in the violent collision of neutron stars in deep space. That means every single ounce of gold on Earth is all we are ever going to get. In fact, if you took all the gold ever mined in human history and melted it down into one giant solid cube, it would only be about 22 meters wide. You could comfortably fit every piece of gold ever discovered inside a single Olympic swimming pool. That extreme, undeniable rarity creates immediate value. The second reason is that it's actually incredibly useful now. That smartphone or computer you're watching this video on, it has real gold inside it. Because gold never corrodes and conducts electricity perfectly, it is absolutely essential for modern electronics, space exploration, and medicine. But the ultimate reason gold is valuable? Trust. Gold is the longest-running psychological agreement in human history. For over 5,000 years, humans from every culture have unanimously agreed, this is valuable. It survived the fall of the Roman Empire, the Great Depression, and every financial crisis in between. When paper money fails, when inflation skyrockets, and when economies panic, human instinct immediately runs back to the one thing that has never betrayed us. Gold isn't just a metal. It is a physical, indestructible form of human trust. It's impossible to fake, incredibly hard to find, and rare enough to keep us digging. So, the next time you see a gold ring, a gold coin, or a gold bar, remember, you aren't just looking at a fancy piece of jewelry. You are looking at a fragment of a dead star that completely conquered the human race.